Hello everyone, how is everything today? Welcome to our first meeting in English grammar in written discourse. On this occasion, we are going to learn about coordinate connectors. After completing this meeting, you are expected to be able to identify the coordinate connectors, and then after that you can use them correctly in the sentences. But before we talk further about coordinate connectors, we need to know first the meaning of the connector itself. So, in many sentences in English, you will find them more than one clauses. It means that you should use connector to combine one sentence with another one. So, it is called a connector. So connector, the function is to connect the clauses. So what about the types of the coordinate connector itself? Here we have and, but, or, so, yet, that the function is to connect the clauses. Okay, to make it clear, here we have 1, 2, 3, 4 sentences that will help you to understand the use of coordinate connectors. Okay, from these sentences, we can identify there are but, and, or, so as the connector. Because if we analyze the sentences, there will be two clauses. For example, in the first sentence, you will see John is tall. This is the first clause. And the second clause is Tommy is short. Correct. So these two sentences need connector to make the meanings sense. So the sentences will be John is tall, but Tommy is short. So if you want to know the formula, you can use this one, John, this is as the subject, and then the second one, this is the verb, and Tommy, Ben, he, and he, this is as the subject, and remains, they are the verb. So the connector will be subject, verb, and then connector, subject, and verb. Okay, here we have another examples to make you understand better. We are going to analyze whether these sentences are true or false. Okay, we started from number 1. The software should be used on a laptop computer, and this computer is a laptop. Is it true or false? Okay, let us see. Here we find or identify there is a connector and. It means that this sentence will need subject verb, subject verb, because there is a connector and. Let us see. Okay, the software as the subject and then should be used as the verb and as the connector, and then computer as a subject is the verb. So this sentence has been completed. So we can say it's true. The second one, the rain clouds can be seen in the distance, but no has fallen. If we identify this sentence, you will find but as the coordinate connectors, and then the rain clouds as the subject and can be seen as the verb. Now here, after coordinate connectors, as we know that we need subject verb, connector, subject verb. But in this sentence, you don't find any subject, so you can say the sentence is missing the subject, because if we see the formula will be like this: subject verb connector, subject verb. It means that this sentence is incorrect or false. So the correct one is the rain clouds can be seen in the distance. You can use or you can add rain as the subject, but no rain has fallen. Go to the next sentence. They are trying to sell their house. It has been in the market for 2 months. Can you identify whether this sentence correct or incorrect? Yeah, we see they as the subject, are trying as the verb, uh, and then it as the subject, and then verb has been. Okay, from this sentence we have been identified that this sentence is false because of what? Yeah, that's correct. That subject verb will need the connector, but in this sentence we cannot find the connector. It means that this sentence is incorrect. The correct one can be they are trying to sell their house and it has been in the markets for 2 months. Okay, we go to the another type of the question. Here we have a multiple choices question. Number one, I forgot my coat, blah blah blah, I got very cold. Here we identify subject I, and then forgot as the verb, and then I as the subject and the verb got. So if we see from these sentences, there are two clauses. Yeah, this is the first clause and the second clause. And then we agree, if we find two clauses in one sentence, we will need connector. Okay, the question is what connector is suitable with this sentence? Yeah. Okay, why the correct answer is B or so? Because so is one of the coordinate connectors. Yeah, if we remember that there are 5 coordinate connectors: and, but, or, so, yet. Beside, yeah, if we choose another connector, the meaning will be nonsense. So this is the correct one. So okay, we go to the next question. Blah 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 with their surroundings, or they hide in the crevices for protection. To make it easier, we can identify first the verb. Yeah, we find hide as the verb and then they as the subject. It means, yeah, before connector we will need subject and verb, because if we remember the formula, when there are two clauses, the formula will be subject verb connector subject verb. So to find the correct answer, you should identify the option that consists of subject and verb. Now we can eliminate one by one. Lobster is only a subject, and then lobster blend, subject verb. What about the sea? Lobster blending, yeah, it is only the subjects because verb ing cannot stand alone. And then the next is, because lobster blend, it consists of connector, subject, and the verb. So the best answer is lobster blend, yeah, because that we need is only subject and the verb. If we choose A, it will be missing verb. So easy, yeah, lobster blending. What about D? If we choose D as the answer, you will find the double connector. So the best answer is B. In conclusion, coordinate connectors function is to connect two or more clauses, and they consist of and, but, or, so, yet. You can also use formula like subject verb connector subject verb. Well, students, to make sure that you understand what we have learned just now, here we have 5 sentences to practice, yeah, and then after you complete it, the question you can share it in the forum. We are going to discuss about it. And then if you have any more question, you can also use the forum to discuss about your problem. Well, I think that's all for today, and then see you next time.